show. Hi everybody, and welcome to our Big Brother Live Feed spoiler show and show discussion show. It's a discussion and spoilers. Warning, there will be spoilers. If you guys want to watch these shows back later, you can do it at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb18 spoilers. You can also click on these buttons, thumbs up and subscribe if you're watching in YouTube. If you want to watch any of our shows back without spoilers, they're at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb18. If you don't have the feeds and want to get the feeds so you know what we're watching and talking about, yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds. Of course, you can support our shows by becoming a patron. You get tons of benefits. Check them all out at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron, and 24/7 live feed updates at bb18 feed updates. Yay! And yes, one-time donation you can make at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. So, most late-breaking current spoilers are: Michelle has won POV. Michelle is the POV winner. Michelle. So, serious question, chat room. This is going to be a quickish show. I don't know how much longer I can sit here. We've already did our patron show before for an hour, and then we did our live show, and now we're going to have to do this one quick because sitting here is really starting to hurt. But serious question, chat room. Do you think that the people that actually watch the show know who Michelle is? And I'm not even saying that to be shady. Like, we just watched that show. Michelle didn't even get any airtime. I don't feel like Michelle gets airtime on any show. I don't think anybody has any clue who the hell Michelle is. So now, thank you so much, Molly Rose, for the bars. Thank you. That helps us out amazing. Oh, she had a DR this episode? I just feel like nobody knows who she is. So it's going to be interesting to see how they edit this. Yes, because she's mean. Because it's probably hard to get any footage of her where she's not ripping somebody apart. I will also say, you missed, I see a lot of people saying they don't understand this whole Michelle's a mean girls thing. You should check out our flashback times pages, yourrealityrecaps.com/bb18 flashbacks. I just updated it a little while ago. You can look at the conversation that Zakiya and Bridget had about being mean girls and why they don't like each other. You can also see the conversation that Frank and Michelle had about using the POV. The POV ceremony is tomorrow. And we'll be live during that. Of course, we go live for these spoiler shows every time the feeds go down for noms, POV ceremony, all stuff like that. So we'll discuss more stuff then tomorrow, but we'll know. I think it would be great if she uses it. James has already said that he would put up Nicole. I think Dancing Amy told me in the chat room that he said he would put up Nicole as the replacement. So, fingers crossed on that. She said she ain't using it, no chance, says Sandy. Well, Sandy, you know what? There's a long time between now and the POV ceremony. And this house likes to flippity flip. I know she's not going to use it. I don't know. I'm holding on to hope. Tawana says, did you see Paulie say he will put up Z and Day together next week? He's done with her after her come to him and the jealousy. Paulie is getting sick of Zakiya. He doesn't want a showmance. Look, it sounds bad. I don't know what other way to say it, but Paulie, I think, Zakiya is more strategy for him than actual feelings. So I think now that it's getting more complicated, Paulie wants to get rid of Zakiya. Backdoor escaped again by Nicole. Well, we'll see. We don't know. As of now, Michelle says she's not using it, but there is a long time between now and tomorrow. Eric, I think we need Hoveround and Life Alert as our sponsors. No. New Jersey Girl says, finger crossed that they're all evicted and CBS just re-airs a different season. A decent season. I agree, Jersey Girl. I flippin' agree. There was so much. Paulie is starting a showmance with Paul. No, I think Paulie is trying to do the Derek plan, and he's looking for his Cody, and I think he feels he found his Cody in Paul. Because look, I'm not saying that Derek has ever said this, but I have a feeling, and I doubt he would say it to Paulie, but I think the Derek strategy involves making your number two somebody that you know you're smarter than and can see through and can probably control and use the way you want. So I think Paulie feels he has that in Paul. So I think they're starting that edit, and I think they started that edit tonight. Paul is a joke. Did you see his dumb explosion last night? No, I missed the Paul explosion last night. What was the Paul explosion? I wish someone would target Paulie. Oh, I think it will happen. Paulie also has Corey. True, Paulie does have Corey. I do agree with that. Paul's getting on my nerves. Oh, how can you not like your boy? Don't get pissed. Never cared. He doesn't care if you don't like him. He never cared. He never cared if you don't like him. It was interesting. I'll have to go back and watch it. I don't know if I put that on the flashback times, but I will update it on our flashbacks list if it's not already there. Hey, where are you from? Earth. Can't stand Paul. I know. A lot of people can't stand Paul. What I love about Paul is I love his one-liners. I love how he just stirs shit and leaves. And I know people hate that about him, but I find it funny. Paul just needs to say friendship one more time. Oh my God. Paul just needs to say friendship one more time before I fly out there and show him where he can stick his friendship. Friendship I don't really like either. That does annoy me, but I like the fact that he says it a lot to annoy Frank. The blow up was at 4:50 a.m. Thank you, Dan. So the blow up was at 4:50 a.m. on 7/24, if you're watching this back. And obviously Big Brother time. Who knows? Someone might find the room this week and everything will change. Correct. So for those of you that are not aware of the room, we have figured out that there is a secret room. We wrote a blog post on it, so you can go look at the pictures and get all the details about the secret room and all the information. It's up at, I think it's only on our spoilers page, actually, since it's technically a spoiler. So that would be yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 spoilers. But we have pictures of the Paris room. It is in play now. Apparently, you have to go to the phone booth upstairs. You have to dial 211 into the phone booth number, and you will get access to said Paris room. And then we're speculating that, you know what else is French? A coup d'etat. So we doubt they're just giving them access to this French room or this Paris room, which PS looks like shit that came from like the Kmart parking lot sale. Like, it's the most disgusting room, but go look at the blog on our website and you'll see it there. So I have a feeling if Frank remains in danger, thank you, Molly Rose, for the bars. Thank you very much. I have a feeling if Frank remains in danger, he is going to get nudged in the direction of that room, grab a coup d'etat, and flip it and get Nicole out. I hope, RJ Mitchell says, I hope Frank wins it or Bridget. I honestly do as well. I hope Frank wins it or Bridget wins it. Paul could go far. He likes to insert himself into situations unnecessarily. It's going to bite him in the butt. It's going to bite him in the butt once Frank is out of the house. I think Frank is a good shield for him and keeps a lot of Paul's stuff looking normal because Frank's in the house. But I agree. I think once Frank gets out of the house, Paul's going to need to take it down 2 notches. Eric, tell us what annoyed the tweets, please. Tell us what annoyed about tweets, please. I don't know what you mean. And we really did learn last night that Paul has no ability to argue. Yeah, I need to go back and watch this argument. So during tomorrow's show, when the feeds are down. We'll be back here live when the feeds go down for POV ceremony. I will get that information from the Paul fight. Oh, you said to remind you. The argument. Damn it. How? This is the one thing I didn't see. I saw everything else last night. How did I miss this argument? I guess because it happened at 8 something in my time this morning. Oh, the Capri Sun. Yes. Thank you. I was so annoyed last night. Hi, Big Zilla. I missed that you are always working. Yeah, let me pull up the picture for you. I'm going to do it this way. I don't want to get noise. So last night first of all, okay, here are 2 things you missed from last night. Number 1, this one is in the HOH with Devon and James and literally says, oh, get ready. They're in the middle of talking about, well, the first funny part is, James says to Devon, so do you think that they'll ask us back for All Stars? That shit was funny. Oh, that shit was funny. That James really thinks that he's an all-star or that they would ask him for all-stars ever. So that shit's hysterical. So then they're in the middle of that conversation, and then all of a sudden, the 2 game brain cells, because I think Natalie is very smart. Like, I don't mean, when I say she's stupid, I don't mean she's stupid in life. I mean, in this game, she's stupid in this game. Like, she doesn't get the game. So I think her 2 little game brain cells click together, and Natalie says, wait a minute, did you 2 play together like on the same season? It's been 38 days, Natalie. 38 days, Natalie. How do you not know they played together on the same? I swear to God. When did I tweet the tweet out? I tweeted it out moments later. Well, if you look at my tweet, I tweeted it out last night. So whatever time I tweeted it out, it happened like 5 minutes before that. My mind was blown. I was like batshit crazy. I can't even. But I was also pissed off about this, which is what you guys were telling me to remind you. Here's the thing about James. And this is what I think people don't understand about James. James does everything for airtime, for camera time, and to get on reality TV shows. He only cares about being on reality TV shows. My personal feeling is he doesn't give 2 dick worth of shits about Natalie. Him telling Natalie to go, make sure you talk about me on your nomination speech on Thursday night. Make sure you mention our showmans. Him being like, oh, I'm gonna kiss you on this thing now, Natalie. It's all about airtime. The reason that he flips targets and doesn't tell them beforehand and makes this grand move is because he knows it's guaranteed airtime. The reason he wants to kiss Natalie and form this relationship is so that he can be guaranteed, or he thinks he'll be guaranteed, to get on Amazing Race. Why would he? Oh my God, I could just give you a million examples. He does everything for camera time. So, last night, poor little Natalie is hungry, and Zakiya comes up with food and she gives it to James, and James eats all the food and doesn't even offer Natalie anything. Then Zakiya goes, by the way, there's only a little bit of the food left. So James leaves, goes down, and gets that rest of the food, and I thought he was actually getting it for Natalie. Oh no, he got it for himself. And then proceeded to eat that with his fucking Capri Juice stupid ass box. And Natalie's like, oh, can I just have a bite? Maybe I could just have a bite since you finished it all. And he's like, I guess you can have a bite. I was always taught to share. So sure, I guess you can have a bite. Then, to make sure she doesn't keep eating it, he goes and sits on the other side of the room with his second plate of food when she got nothing, and drank his Capri Sun drink. I'm just saying, I don't like him. I don't like him. So that whole thing just annoyed me. When will Tiffany be on your show? I don't know. She just got out of the house. I don't bombard them for a few days. I don't imagine if you were secluded from everybody that you knew for the past 2.5 months and were on television that whole time. She doesn't give two shits about Eric from Reality Recaps right now. I'm sure she is talking to her friends, her family. She's acclimating back into real life at the moment. So I'm not bombarding her or Vanessa with coming on the show yet. Now, like Tuesday, will I? Yes. You all can bombard away. If you would like to help, if you see Bronte or Tiffany or Natalie or any of those, not Natalie, you know who I mean, any of the pre-jury people on Twitter, just tweet them and say, we'd love to see you on Reality Recaps. We can't wait to hang out with you. You know, you guys tweet them and tell them you'd love to see them on the show. That's the best way to help get them on the show. But for right now, I'm just like giving them space for a few days. Let them, like, you know, shake out a little bit. Seems like Bridget and Frank have a strategy showmance, but it's much more fun to watch the rest of them. I don't feel like Bridget, I think you mean Bridget and Frank have a showmance. I think they're like brother, sister, and I think it's genuine. I feel like that relationship in the house is actually genuine. And I think I used the example on the other show, again, not at all saying it to be mean, but like, I didn't feel the sincerity in, like, let's say the Derek and Victoria relationship. I felt that was more on, like, it was just game. Like, it was just a game. So it wasn't sincere, but I think it was just only a game relationship. Whereas I feel like Frank legitimately cares about Bridget. Bridget and Frank's relationship is creepy. And then there's that feeling by Anna in the chat room. Agree, the rest of the showmances are a joke and out of convenience. Yeah. And I mean, look at Bridget tonight. Like, good on her for being able to, you know, hold her own in that competition. She is very good at competitions. I like Frank, so I'm tolerating her. Yeah. Hi, who are you? I'm Steve Moses, winner of Big Brother 17. Nice to meet you. Natalie has a connection already to Amazing Race. Believe me, it is not lost on me what James is doing. I know there are so many diehard James fans who don't want to see him for who he really is. It's a reason nobody in his cast interacts with him. Wake up. Victoria was like the house cat there and eating and sleeping. Derek and Cody barely paid her any money. Yeah. I was a fan last year but can't stand James now. Welcome to the club. So what else was I gonna say? Okay. So we talked about the secret room. I think that Frank will find it. I hope. Devon is apparently on to it. Devon apparently is aware. She knows the room is back there. Everybody knows the room is back there at this point. Every single person knows that room exists and knows it is back there. But they all keep thinking that it's going to be the way it was in previous seasons where the doorway will be in the HOH room. So nobody is thinking they need to go into that phone booth and enter the correct numbers to get into that room. So who is going to figure that out first? Probably whoever is asked the question in the DR. So, have you considered that there might be alternate ways into the hidden room? Have you considered the fact that maybe it's not a Pandora's box and a secret destination that anybody could access who figures it out? Can Devon figure out the clues? Can she? I hope she can. I want Frank or Bridget to find it because I don't think Devon would use it unless she's in danger. And we just need something good to happen at this point. Why would there not be have-nots this week? They give them weeks off have-nots sometimes. They just give them off a week of have-nots at times. New York Italian says, I don't get how the HOH can't hear noise in the other room and the HOH room doesn't face the hallway. I'm not sure what you're saying, but that Paris room has been built already. That Paris room was done the entire time. Again, if you go to our spoilers page, yourrealityrecaps.com/bb18 spoilers, you can see the pictures of the Paris room. It's already been done. There's nothing that they need to build for that room. I'm telling you, they put production assistants and interns in there and said, pull on these drills, make noise in here, bang and move stuff around so that the house guests hear that there's shit happening in this room to give them a clue. That room's been there the whole time. They just waited to start doing things to let the house guests know the room was there until this current twist ended. So, and again, I don't understand what the point of that room would be if it's not to give them a power. Like, and again, it's Paris. I have a feeling it's going to be the coup d'etat. Other than that, what's the point of having one more secret room in the house? There really isn't a point. It serves no purpose. Like, it either needs to be to give them power or nothing. Otherwise, yay, you get a room that you can sneak up into when everyone else is sleeping, which will serve no point to your game. So it's either to get a power or nothing. Yes, I think it will be a coup d'etat. I think it will be the power that Jeff won. Again, you can read all about it over on the blog that was posted earlier today at BB18 Spoilers. Or I tweeted it out. Yes, and it's an ant-free room. It's Sherry Blackberry says it's the secret room for the ants. If anyone is colorblind, they wouldn't see the green letters. Well, that is also why, again, in the blog, you can see it says call Paris on the plane. If you're looking at that plane in the living room, or somebody said the plane was upstairs. I felt like it was downstairs. It's either upstairs by the chessboard or downstairs is that plane. And in the windows of the plane, it says call Paris. So maybe there's a monitor to see what's happening in there. There's a secret entry from the diary room. There is a secret entry from the diary room. Well, it's upstairs. I don't think there's any way to get from upstairs to the diary room, so I don't know about that. But yeah, there could be cameras in there to see where people are in the house. Okay, it's in the upstairs Sky Lounge. Got it. I would like to get that plane. Oh, I've seen that plane before. I honestly think you can get it at, like, Home Goods. Like, a lot of the furniture in that house comes from Home Goods. Like, a lot of the stuff in that house is, like, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Bob's furniture. It's a lot of the furniture in that house. I don't think I've ever seen Frank in the Sky Lounge. Yeah, I don't think I have either. Right, but it would be very... Oh, right, RJ Mitchell, correct. It would be impossible for anyone to go up there without being noticed. Like, but here's the thing. The whole house already knows... Like, they use those phone booths and phone things for fun times. So, it would not be suspicious for someone to go into that phone booth and be like, oh, hi, Mom. Or you can technically call the HOH or call downstairs. So they could just go to it to act like they were doing something fun, push the numbers and open the room and then be like, oh shit, I need to come back here later when everyone's sleeping. But if you go up, go into that phone booth and then disappear, you can't do that when everyone is awake. They're going to be like, where'd that person go? You're going to have to wait until everyone's sleeping. So that's why I say, unless there's a power in that room, I don't understand. The room doesn't serve a purpose. It's just a place to go when everyone else is sleeping to be alone. Well, you can go anywhere when everyone else is sleeping and be alone. It just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I'm telling you, the coup d'etat is in that room. Affirmative. Confirmed. Probably not. There will be a message with details, probably. I mean, somebody was saying in our patron show earlier today that Devon went into the phone booth and was like pushing numbers, and she said something like, "This has to mean something." So apparently Devon has found something out already, but she's not in the right phone booth. She was in the phone booth downstairs. The numbers are departure times, 4 weeks, 4 destinations. Well, it pretty much says call Paris on the plane. And the signs that Julie showed us said, like, now departing, or whatever, now departing. Now departing is Paris. And the plane says call Paris. So I'm pretty sure it's Paris. Pretty sure they have to call the 211 number. But look. Do you think you understand those numbers don't mean anything, right? You understand they didn't really hire someone to create this huge contraption that when you press those actual numbers, the phone booth is going to spin around, right? It's just a producer looking at the camera, waiting to see the person that presses the right button. So let's just say Frank goes into the room and starts pushing numbers. They could probably be like, "Frank, please come to the DR." And then Frank would go to the DR and they would go, "Congratulations, we saw that you pushed 211 on the phone. You now have access to the secret room." And he didn't really necessarily have to push 211. You know what I mean? Like, they can have whoever they want to get that room. All they have to do is go into that phone booth and just start pushing shit. And then the DR can just be like, "Oh, you know what? We didn't get good footage of that. We're going to need you to go up and press the numbers again. 211. Same ones you pressed first time. 211. So we can get good footage of that." Because you do know they reshoot stuff all the time, right? I think a lot of people don't realize how much stuff is reshot in that house. Like, they make them do HOH speeches again. They make them do POV speeches again. They make them read, like, all of the person hosting the comp who's like, "You just 2-stepped out of this competition." Like, they all film that after the fact. None of that is what's actually being said live. So, lots of it is all done after the fact. So, hey, did you see the bit with Grodner? I know, that was the other drama from last night. Apparently, Allison Grodner favorited somebody's tweet about liking Frank and not liking Michelle. So now everybody is saying it's favoritism towards Frank from Allison Grodner, and that this is what she did with the reset button back on Frank's original season, and now she's doing it blatantly. Look, everyone, here are 2 things that I think people don't realize. And I'm not a real big Grodner fan. Obviously, this season sucks. But, number 1, if I was Allison Grodner, I would literally be hysterical laughing at everyone complaining. It's the same thing when a troll tweets me and goes, "You are the worst. I can't stand you. Your show is horrible." And I was like, and then I'm like, "Yet you took the time to tweet me." Which I find funny. You hate me, but you're taking the time to tweet. So I kind of feel like Allison Grodner must feel the same way. Like, all of you hate me, but you're talking about me on social media and you're watching my show. So thanks for putting the money in my pocket. Keep talking about me. Why are you calling out my tweets to you? But I mean, I agree. I mean, on the other argument to make of that is, if none of us ever speak up that we don't like how she's running the show, then how will anyone ever know? So there also is the point where you should speak up if you're not happy. But I just think Allison Grodner doesn't give a shit about what any of us think and is laughing all the way to the bank at us. So there's that. And then, but yeah. I don't know. If anything, if she was gonna twist it for Frank, I think that tweet just made it harder to do. And then again, I will also say, look, we all thought it was going to be rigged for Tiffany to stay, and it wasn't. We all thought it was going to be rigged for Josiah to come back, and it wasn't. We all thought Victor was going to blow up when he found out everybody betrayed him, and he didn't. This whole season has been, we thought this was going to happen, and it didn't. So do I want to believe that this is going to somehow be rigged for Frank? I really do. Based on everything else this season, probably not. The twist of the twisty twists. Exactly, Della. And now, that being said, I so love all of you being here, but I'm going to end this show because we've been live for like over 3 hours already. I just wanted to do a quick little show right now just to catch you guys in on the secret room, who won POV, that sort of stuff. I will be back tomorrow when the feeds go down for the ceremony, so you can come hang out with us. I'll go find out about that Paul fight for you, and then we'll all stay live during until we get the POV results tomorrow. So thank you all for hanging out, having fun with us tonight. Of course, you know the deal. I'm not reiterating it again a million times. Just yourrealityrecaps.com/patron or /PayPal if you want to help support our shows. That really helps us out. BB18 to see any of our stuff without spoilers. BB18 spoilers to see it with spoilers. At BB18 feed updates on Twitter if you want 24/7 live feed updates, and yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 flashbacks if you need to know flashback times. So thank you all for hanging out with us all night. We had 3 hours of super fun shows. I will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna put this up on our spoilers page, so check that out over there. If you missed the beginning of this and want to watch it back. I will see you guys all later. Bye.